The doors of Designer 8's superweapon shudder as mechanical monstrosities try to break them open. The Wardens and Phoenix Knights struggle to keep the doors sealed shut as Athalor, Mason, and Sig emerge from the depths. Will they have enough time to activate this great weapon and save their school from destruction, or will they be overrun by mechanical monsters? Welcome back to Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy, episode 92. I am Tormented by Gnomes. Joining me today, we've got Crowan, Leg Day, and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, what's new with you?
The TFT show this weekend was a lot of fun. Playing some more Baldur's Gate, of course. Tearing away at that one. It's very, very good, very fun. And it is scratching more of the D&D itch for when I don't have this campaign on Wednesdays, but we're back and ready to go blow some shit up.
Let's go. Game of the year?
Yeah. I mean, I think so, yeah. There are people saying like, oh, Baldur's Gate's like, it's unfair to all the other games because it's just too good. Like, it's unfair expectations for the rest of the gaming industry.
Skill issue.
Shit like that. Actual skill issue.
The actual dev skill issue.
Not every meal has to be, Wagyu beef, all right? There's room for cheeseburgers as well.
Yes, sometimes you could just have a bag of Cheez-Its.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm full, I promise. Waiting for that invoice to be paid.
Legs, how are things with you? How are your games? Are you winning,
not too
son?
Bad. Yeah, I got back into GM today, so life's
Let's
good.
go.
Looking forward to episode 92 of our 8-part mini-series. Truly, we have been stretching these out. And what episode did we get to year 5? Probably like episode 19, 20?
I'll have to pull
I don't even know
up.
what year it is.
What year is it? No, we'll look that up. Whatever the episode, if I should have titled the episode Blue Robes. If there's a Blue Robes episode, then that's the start of this. But it's got to be like 20 to 30 maximum. Lemon, how are things?
Good, I got chicken nuggies. Life is good.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, well, let's waste no time. When last we left our heroes in the machine city of Diffraxus, Mason, Athalor, and Sig had descended into the depths of this weapon system, uncovering and repairing bits and pieces of its machinery, activating critical components, getting hunted by a spider drake, even stumbling upon the rift that leads to the elemental wellsprings themselves, and gazing upon the infernal guardians stationed there to monitor this weapon's power. However, upon returning to the top where the weapon can be controlled, they found that the alarm of some sort has been set, and all of the enemies that were outside are attempting to bust their way in. Athalor, what do you do?
I forgot it. For a second, I'm like, okay, dramatic moment, if I don't remember his name is Chadius. Athalor calls out after the goes, Chadius, how long can you hold?
How long do you need? Everything's completely under control. We're the best of the best, right? That's what you kids say, right? Best of the best. Yeah, we're fine.
I'm not sure how long we need. Would we be able to defeat them? How many are there?
At least 6? Yeah, at least 6.
That's a lot. Is there a gap in the thingy?
Yeah. Not by much, but there is a gap.
So I could conceivably cast Hunger of Hadar through there and make them all stand in the AoE if they want to push.
You could. You could.
Okay, then. I will cast Hunger of Hadar through the gap.
To make them all stand in the AoE.
Yeah, if they wish to continue pushing. Plus
Understandable.
difficult terrain, so they might have some more problems with the locomotion of such ramming abilities.
It's overall just a fantastic strategy. Go ahead and drop that spell in the chat.
One search, just finding which one of these is my character sheet.
Shift double click. Always my favorite. Where is the Hunger of Hadar effect? Well, yeah, we'll do this transparent darkness here. What is the AoE on that one? It is
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Holy crap. This is a 15-foot radius. This is a 20-foot radius. And I'm going to put this under your control and have you go ahead and park it where you want it. I assume...
I can't actually put it as low down as I want because the map doesn't go that far. There we go.
Make it legal.
I will make it.
All right, that was your action to cast Hunger of Hadar. What else are you going to do?
I'm going to call out to... What's her name? Tana Raunor?
Tana Ralnor. Yep.
Have you cleared for top levels yet?
What?
Okay.
Oh,
Has anyone
I've been-
come down from the top levels to attack you?
Not since those sphere things. Nope.
Okay.
Could you all keep it down, please? I'm trying to concentrate.
What is she concentrating on?
She's looking at these charts over here in the corner.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to move 30 meters towards the stairway upwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like getting flanked right now is going to be bad. Also, is this concentration? It is concentration.
It is concentration. All right. Anything else?
That'll do for me.
Then
Wait, I have a
I'm...
bonus action. I should probably drink a health potion, huh?
That's not a bad idea at all.
That's not a bad idea. Let me mark down. Oh, I'm down to 1 health potion. Dire straits, boys and girls.
That's not bad at all. 8 is not bad at all. All right. Before you end your turn, I'm going to have you roll 1d100. Auruk, the golden god, has smiled upon you.
Mm.
Ooh.
To the
Somebody talking
tune...
about a 58.
58, roll 66 times 10.
Uh, 230, because I don't know how to do the X10.
No worries, use an asterisk. And you don't have any spaces. So try it again, but do 2d6 times 10 this time. There we go. In your travels, when you were looting the lower levels, you found 230 silver and 100 gold pieces. Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
100 gold pieces to add to my considerable amount. But we also looted.
Mason, it's your turn. What do you do?
Mason will run over to the middle of everybody here, and start to glow while he's running. Touches the ground and casts Circle of Rejuvenation.
Ooh.
Big celestial circle pops up and heals everybody within 10 feet radius.
Very nice. Very nice.
So we're making more circles.
We'll do Praise the Sun for this one. We'll do Praise the Sun. 10-foot radius, right?
Yes.
Okay. Park it.
It is parked.
And the effects on this are, let's see, when they enter the circle for the first time.
2d8
And if they
plus
stay
one
for 10 minutes, they get more heals.
Yep. 2d8.
All right.
I will roll that.
Heal me, Mason.
And yeah, both of you count as being inside of this circle, so you are good.
Let's go.
Ooh, for 19 hit points.
I'll do nicely.
All right, well, that fully heals all your allies.
Let's go.
And any bonus actions or remaining movement?
I guess we'll turn behind to Athalor and say, are we checking the upstairs?
Yes, we have to. If
Okay.
the guards here get flanked, then the door will be broken down in a second.
True. Okay. I'll start heading there. And then use the last little bit of movement. Start heading towards the stairs.
I will motion the same to Sig.
Sig will nod. And I'm going to roll some mysterious stuff in the background.
Oh, some
Monk.
mysteries.
Hmm.
I love mysteries.
All right. Read me in on what happens if you start your turn inside the Hunger of Hadar.
You take 2d6 cold damage.
Roll it. No save, right? You just take it.
There's a lot of text.
Did anyone tune in for the reading, really?
Oh, no light can illuminate it either, so we may well be blinded. Oh, we are blinded. No save
Yeah.
against that either. Any creature
Yeah.
that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 acid damage from the
All right, so if you start your turn
Tentacles.
there, automatic damage. If you end your turn there, it's a maybe. Okay, well, these two clockwork soldiers are going to work together, giving each other advantage to attempt to break down the door. And it doesn't matter. Oh no, they're not in the front line, so they can't do that. So instead, they're going to see if they can calculate their way out. You and it's total silence too, right?
Yes.
Or are they just deafened?
I believe. One sec, it's a lot more text again.
No, there's just nasty slurping noises and such. Nobody.
Yes.
Okay, so you hear clanging, chaotic clanging sounds from outside. I would like
Okay.
Athalor and Mason to both roll perception checks, please.
Perception. Where is my character sheet?
We have an 11 and a natural 20.
Ooh. Carry me.
Carry me, Elfios.
A swirling pool of darkness emerges from inside the chambers of the designer, the same place that you emerged from earlier. A shadowy figure steps forth from the darkness. Wings outspread, eyes glowing with arcane might. As Master Elnau emerges from a portal. And with her is Garnet.
Take it this means things went well on your end?
I guess you see us come through kind of the shadowy door, and we're not looking good. Covered in blood, charred pieces of clothing, blood covering the sleeves. You can tell, like, pretty much adrenaline is what's keeping us still standing. Garnet isn't wearing the mask or doesn't have any armor. But she's got to see that you're both okay and kind of gives a nervous glance to the Phoenix Knights without saying anything.
They're preoccupied holding the door against mechanical abominations on the other side, and they have yet to look in your direction. Sig, report. Enemy constructs are breaking in. We've had hostile contact down below. We've been all the way down to the wellspring. We're working on firing things up. We could use a bit more cover. She nods and then takes the staff of IOTH. The door to shadow seals behind her. She looks to Garnet and says, "Help those two?"
And she nods and walks over to see what they need.
Get in this circle.
If you need healing, the circle's there.
And she
That's-
steps... Sorry, you go ahead.
I guess steps in, and how much healing is it?
Should I roll a new roll or keep the same one?
Yeah, do a
I don't
new
know if
roll. Why not?
New roll? Alright. 8 plus 5. Oh, 21.
Oh, shit.
Large.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She will use IOTH's staff to encircle the building as much as she can with a wall of force. That should hold them, unless they have stronger magic they can bring to bear. Tana Ralnor says, "Oh, it's handled. Good." And she goes back to her studies. Given that the wardens are now blocked off from the enemy, they're just going to form a defensive perimeter and prepare for... Actually, Mason, you two were going upstairs, right?
Yep.
I don't know if they know about the wall of force out there, as they're blind.
Oh no, the wardens aren't blinded.
I mean the guys outside.
Right. But the main thing is the wardens, yeah, they're just going to hold their action for the time being. Sig sees what's going on, is going to lumber over to the healing circle. Could you roll a heal for Sig, please?
Yep. Ooh, 11.
Okay. Hey, better than nothing.
Offsets the damage I did earlier.
Exactly. Perhaps you will be forgiven now. We'll see.
Oh yeah, as you see Sig walking, there's a strange singe in his back.
How'd that get there? That's crazy.
And we'll use an action.
Unknown.
Roll 2d6 damage, please, Athalor, versus Helmed Horrors.
Ooh. And they're not resistant to cold.
They
Yin and yang, baby.
They are not. And the Phoenix Knights are no longer injured, so they can just hold the door. However, Garnet, as you approach, now that the door is held by a wall of force, they're going to turn over to you. Blessed child, are you all right?
Yep. Doesn't say much, it's just existing.
Yes. You get
Yes. Next question.
All right. They're going to offer to use the healing light of Zalar and do lay on hands to restore your health.
I only have 9 missing. Should I just restore to full them?
Yeah, restore to full.
Kind of bows her head and thanks them.
And that will be it for them for the time being. And, oh, wait. They're all staying in that. Give me another 2d6 for acid damage, please.
Roll 2d6.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Archmage. It should be fine now. Everybody take a breather. Just keep your eyes and ears peeled, and we can let these kids do all their math and such. Anyone need anything else?
Upper levels.
Oh, do you need anything up there aside from not that?
No, just for violence, really.
Oh, my folks can take care of that, right? The two wardens will nod.
Lovely.
And nope, that'll be it for me.
Garnet,
Okay.
Master. Oh, now are you joining us for the entire mission? You're more than welcome, of course.
How much
Did you
more is
finish?
there left?
Just powering up the device, aiming the device, and firing the device, and destroying the device.
For the whole mission?
It took a lot of clearing.
Mm-hmm.
It was busy down there.
This place is huge. And it's complicated and it's broken.
It turns out that standing down the original designer into a small fleshy sack didn't do much for the maintenance of this place.
Okay.
Let's go and make sure that there's no one who needs violence attributed to them at the top of these stairs.
All right. Does the party want to move upstairs?
Yep.
And what is
Yes,
the
sir.
duration of Hunger of Hadar?
It is a minute, I believe. If you
Okay.
want me to roll 20d6.
Nah, they're gonna stumble their way out of it pretty quickly, realizing that they've been locked out. El now stands in front of the door with the staff of IOTH planted on the ground. I can hold this for 10 minutes. Get as much done as possible.
You've got it.
Okay.
And there may be other entrances. Be careful. Allow me to transport all 4 of you. Were you taking anyone with you aside from the 4 of you?
I believe Sig and 2 wardens.
Yep, wardens will go with. Up the stairs. The apparatus itself. With a little bit of investigation, you quickly notice the hidden compartments that the iron spheres emerged from to attack you in the first place. You don't see any other hostiles, and because you haven't operated the steam mechanism yet, the aperture of the roof is closed. Once that opens, that will definitely expose you to possible attack.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have vision of the map
Oh, odd.
unless I'm supposed to.
You
It's
should.
kind of really dark. Is it supposed to be dark?
Yeah, that's your dark vision.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's working like that. Hold on. Let me brighten this place up. Daylight mode. Daylight mode. Hello, daylight mode. Daylight mode activated. There we go.
Yay.
Surprisingly cozy. Garnet, what happened to you?
Wait, is El now with us?
No, El now is downstairs holding the line.
I don't know how to go about explaining all that. Something about combining possibly 2 spheres of annihilation and blowing up the city?
And when were you planning on doing that?
I did?
Oh, already?
Huh.
I don't know how much of it is blown up, but it hasn't reached here, so...
Their windows, gnomes?
No, not unless the aperture is opened. This whole thing is very, very solidly blocked up.
You guys needed a distraction, and
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
distracted or dead.
Hopefully the latter. That sounds macabre.
Yeah, a little bit.
This seems cozy. Athalor walks past towards what appears to be a steaming mug of tea.
Well, it's steaming on the map. Realistically, it would have been cold for a very long time.
Pausing for a moment, like, oh my god, a lot of people are probably dead.
Yeah. Well, it seems like we can't really do much from up here. It's more so the things in the lower levels to get it all ready for this.
Seems so. This is likely where we're going to have to. Are there any controls visible from here?
Roll an investigation check, please.
Investigation. Where? Bam. That's intimidation. There it is.
Okay, so the party
I'll
has
use
been given.
one of my inspiration on one of these.
The party has received 3 luck dice and 1 D8 inspiration die that are in a pool of resources you can use, but they have to be used this session.
Cool.
Someone whose brain's working, come and take a look at this, maybe?
Sure.
Can't make heads or tails of it.
I'll try. Walks over.
And also to answer you, obviously, you didn't see any controls. Go ahead and do an investigation check unless you have something else in mind, Mason.
No, I'll do investigation. 15?
Are you satisfied with that result?
Yes.
Okay. So the machine itself, this aperture here, it has a number of lenses installed. that must have been meticulously ground. Optics are not exactly common technology throughout the world. And Diffraxus, being the city of lenses, is exceptionally good at this. However, you do notice that the lenses seem to be smudged somewhat. Probably just from condensation and dust and such. It doesn't indicate any nefarious pattern, but the lenses that focus the magical energy of the weapon are smudged.
Doesn't seem like there's any particular controls. However, if we need the lenses to be able to draw power, they seem to be a little bit smudged. Maybe just time of inactivity. I don't know, but perhaps we need to clear them for this to work optimally.
It'll be wishful thinking to say that prestidigitation might work.
Are you asking your cohorts or are you asking the dungeon master?
Cohorts.
Carry on.
She nods.
Might as well try.
I'm gonna trace, like, rather than doing like the usual quick cantrip of prestidigitation, Athalor's gonna very slowly, like, and very concretely, like, make the spell matrix close to the lenses to see if they react to magic.
You are not detecting any unusual magical interactions.
Can I execute on the matrix and try to cast prestidigitation to clean the lens?
Okay. Lenses cleaned. Dark Souls style pop up over the entire screen. Lenses cleaned. That will help with focusing the weapon.
Nice. Nothing's like broken. It seems like
Nope.
everything's in order. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The pile of discarded notes is something you investigated last time you were here. It was notes on aiming the weapon at Terra Nimbus should Vindur himself attack them, and trying to increase the accuracy to the point where they could shoot down a dragon if necessary, in case the dragon tribes attacked. These notes could be helpful for focusing and targeting.
Okay.
How do we open our... That's a DM question, but do we know how to open the ceiling thing?
I don't know if you do know that yet.
Okay, I'll ask the party. Because the ceiling's right above us, like, for the opening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know how to open that?
No, not yet. Is there anything around that resembles a crank or a pulley?
There's some very complex mechanical apparatus that controls the aperture. It's all hooked up to the steam pressure system, but there's no obvious manual operation point.
Maybe one of the systems below will just do that in response to open it up once it's like trying to be aimed or pressurized or something of the sort. I don't know.
Yeah. Master Raunor probably has the controls over there. I don't see anyone up here who could attack us from behind, at least. I suppose most of this will just wait until we've figured out the technicals downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, which we're almost ready to tackle, right? But we do need, I think, still to get a little bit of that elemental wellspring magic to get the circles online.
Yeah, that would require starting to accumulate the energy. And we can only do that when we're ready to fire. But given that Garnet and Master Runner seem to have completed the distraction, I think we should be good to fire very soon. Did you take out the army as well, or just the city?
I don't know. I think Designer 6 is dead. It was Designer 6, right?
It was
Yeah.
Designer 6, yes.
I think Designer 6 is gone. At least a dozen or two units gone. It's hard to say how much the explosion impacted. We teleported out before we could see.
Glad you got out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just barely. But hey, they are distracted. How can I help?
I need your big brain. The area's downstairs. Let's head down. Athalor will try and lead them down the stairs and check in with Tana Raunor to see if she has an aperture opening device or control on there.
All right. Back downstairs, you interrupt her for a moment. You see Elle now just continuing to hold the line against the enemies. At this point, at least a minute passed while you were up there investigating. So when you look, I'm going to move them aside. You can see the wall of force is holding strong, and the enemies who were lined up there are watching from a distance. They don't seem to have an alternate access point at this, or if there is one, these ones haven't been involved with it. All right.
Okay.
Tana will say, it should be part of the steam thingy over there. And she'll hustle over to the big old wheel in the center. I think this ought to do it. Oh,
All right.
no, actually, this is just the main steam valve. That would actually be, she putters over here. Oh, here it is. Aperture controls.
Gotcha. Don't touch those yet. We need to accumulate first. The second we open that aperture, they have a second way in. And that could be troublesome for us.
Yep. Well, we've got targeting horizontal and vertical over here, aperture opening over here. Yeah, and I can hear things chugging down below, so I think that you two did a good job, right?
Almost there. I think still maybe a couple more things to do, but
All right, I'll be keeping an eye on things up here.
Okay. Instructions. All right. We turned up the steam as we left, as far as I'm aware.
Yes.
So,
And with the main valve turned here to open the pressure into the system, these controls are now online, meaning that you can turn and aim the thing. The steam controls are operational.
we still need to put those barrels of whatever it was and kind of load them in, right?
yeah, we'll need Sig for that. He's got the most physical hardiness. Next comes calibrating the weapon.
Oh, you're muted.
+1 XP. Do you want the wardens? Chadius wants to know if you want the wardens to join you down there or not.
I think we should be okay now. We cleared most of that. And we've got Garnet with us now anyway.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Murderer Prime.
I hate that title.
We'll workshop it. And Athalor trots off down the stairs.
Same.
Same.
Okay. You can hear, as you head down the stairs, one of the Phoenix Knights breaks off and follows you.
She nervously looks behind and just like keeps going.
All right. Stand by for, let's see. Here's the away team. Let's get rid of this iron sphere. Let's make sure all of you are brought down and into the lower areas. I think you're now in the spaces that Garnet has not seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh yes, there will be clones.
Oh.
Clones!
Mirror clones removed. Garnet, as you descend into the caves beneath, you can smell this acrid chemical foulness, and there is super just overheating mineral water nearby, just pouring out from here.
What is that?
Nothing you want to breathe. And Athalor darts through a small hole that's been made in this wall over here.
Yep, I'm going to teleport you because, again, it was all designed as a single thing.
What the hell?
We just broke the map.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, so they dug a hole with magic, and the way that the map was laid out, it's all one continuous line, so I couldn't just cut a hole in the lighting layer there. So I had to just do a teleport tunnel.
Okay. What did this one do again? Legday has forgotten.
All good. I believe that controls the flow of alchemical catalyst. I'm pulling up the notes as well because I made this so complicated I barely get it.
That sounds right. A chemical catalyst regulator, mayhaps.
Yes.
Cool.
Just mixing these alchemical catalysts with this energy from the wellspring.
Controls the
red thing.
automated flow of alchemical catalyst into the capacitor. That flow is working now because Sig went down the incredibly dangerous poisonous path and turned that system on. So you can now, you want the catalyst levels to be equal to or greater than the R capacitor's energy level. So that just needs to be adjusted before you fire. So this is the R capacitor. It is not currently charged in a meaningful way. It's got 50, energy levels are at 50.
Okay, I suppose we should start by turning up the energy levels.
Yeah.
Garnet, there's going to be a big room, a big cave. Please don't breathe in when we go down. Your lungs will
I need
not
to
be
breathe.
happy.
Just hold it. Trust me.
Like, me
Just
too.
for a little bit.
We have so much in common. Go down the stairs.
Okay.
As you descend, Garnet, the smell gets worse.
And there might be a little small mechanical crawly thingies. We dealt with the main swarm of them, but there might be some residual ones. They kind of scattered around. But they shouldn't be a threat, really, just being on their own.
The Phoenix Knight
Destroy them.
takes points, walking through a passageway, Garnet, that is illuminated by torches, and there are metal planks, kind of like when they're doing road repairs, and you just have that like metal plate that you drive over, one of which has been knocked over. Upon reaching this room here, this is the noxious room.
I can't move my token, but
Yeah, I stuck you in the wall, my bad.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Thank you.
She's in the wall.
This is the no breathe room.
They're in the goddamn walls.
Wait, what happens if we breathe it?
good.
You feel bad, and it's not good.
Okay.
Actually, Sig is fine. Sig's immune to poison, but the rest of you have a problem.
Just power walk through this one.
Yeah, Athalor tries to remember the quickest route to the descending staircase.
Yep. Well, Explorer mode should be turned on, so you should be able to see.
Don't mind the big spider dragon corpse.
What?
This is why things were taking so long.
Sig closes the door behind you.
Okay.
Take that with it.
Good job.
Dealt with, peed my pants a little. Tomato.
Garnet, the corpse of something that looks like a cross between a dragon and a spider is sprawled across the floor. Signs of violence. Its death was very recent.
Takes a second to just like gawk at it. Just, okay, and keeps walking.
Yep, it's weird. I know. It's very scary, unsettling.
The next staircase is 150 feet straight down in spirals, in flights of stairs. So that's got to be at least like 10 stories, maybe more. It's a long walk. Mason and Athalor, your quads are now burning because you've made this walk a few times.
Yeah.
This chamber is illuminated by two large braziers of fire. It's quite hot.
They are somewhat blocked off by mold earth, if I believe correctly. I think that
Yeah,
a
that's
small
right.
archway was made for Sig as means of an apology.
Yeah, that's right.
Be slightly dimmed fires. It might get
For the
really
Garnet
warm.
lore, Sig's looking incredibly uncomfortable around the fire. At least
Mhm.
moderately uncomfortable, I believe.
And giving Mason some side eye along the way.
Okay. It just keeps following them, like completely lost.
Okay. Right. Athalor moves over to the Steam control console and turns it down to like 20%. So I think the plan here, Mason, is probably going to be to turn the capacitor up, turn this up, and then leg it.
Okay.
We'll need to leave someone in the vent control room on the floor above. I can do that. I think I know the timing well enough. But if these just continue to generate what we need, we can fire the cannon at the army and any other targets that remain, and then let it, tucker itself out in a exploding way.
DM, since as like a 20-int character, does everything come off very logical? Like this all makes sense? What they're
Yes.
doing?
There's basically two different systems at work here. There's the steam, which controls the mechanisms that actually turn the thing so you can aim it. And then there's the energy that has to be collected. And you have to take very specific steps to make sure it doesn't explode. If you take a look at the instructions, which I'm not going to make you like read in full at the moment, but do look over those if you get the chance. You're on the bottom floor. This is where the energy reservoir can be found. And one thing that they've discovered, and as a 20-int character you'd be able to learn, is that the only thing you can set with the energy reservoir is you can control how fast the energy flows into it. It's like turning on a faucet.
Oh.
So once you can turn it on and you can turn it off, but it's kind of, if it gets too high, it will explode. All right? If it overloads, it will explode. Meaning that if you just leave it on, it's probably going to, well, it's not going to explode, but it's going to like automatically shut down. So if you want a constant energy level, you either have to know the rate at which it's going to grow so you can time it right, or you have to have somebody down here communicating with everyone else so that they can turn off the faucet before it's too late.
I have no idea how quickly the aperture will open, but if it doesn't open fast enough, we might need to put the first shot into the roof itself.
Also, to power the circles, we still need some more of, the elemental wellspring energy, so we might need to go back down to the scary part. But now that we have Garnet here, Una can go invisible, right?
Una can, yeah.
Maybe we can send Una in with the quill to gather a little bit of the elemental wellspring power. So then I can unpower the circles, and then we can make sure we're more likely to succeed in all this.
Sure. Just
Sounds
nod
like a
to
good idea.
Una, who just
Okay.
give me the quill. Is that your legs?
Athalor kneels down to Una and pats it on the head. I think IOTH saw this coming and gives him the quill.
No, not quite.
Una
But,
eagerly holds the very shiny golden thing and has no idea where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, should we lead them?
Yeah, we need to
Probably,
go that way
okay.
to activate the things anyway. Now that it's starting to de-steam a little bit, Athalor
True.
hops over and under as many of these as possible.
Sorry, Garnet, I accidentally abducted you for a moment.
Oh, okay.
Also, the important part of Una being invisible is that there are things down there by the wellspring.
Very
A
nasty
yeah.
things.
big chained, corrupt, elemental looking thing being kept there by some looking things.
And this is our energy collection.
The enormous red
Levels.
crystal crackles with coruscating energy. Red lightning arcs along the paths of the pipes and the 4 pylons that hold it in its ensconced position.
Okay, right. Let's do
Wide
the
berth?
reservoir first. Remember, Mason, in these corridors, the trapdoors.
Yeah, they should be all marked. Just remember to step over those panels, Garnet, and if you don't, well, you'll just
Fall into
you'll-
an elemental reservoir and be disintegrated.
Yep.
Can you point them out? It just carefully walks behind you.
There's
imitating-
glowing trails of magic where they've been inscribed with the quill, making them very, very clearly delineated.
Yeah, they look all like that. Those are the bad ones.
Okay.
The Phoenix Knight is obviously wearing full armor and sort of jumps with a resounding clank over each of the pits.
Like extends a hand to make sure that they're okay if they're jumping.
Bows gratefully and does not respond, and will take your hand firmly.
Don't know, well,
Kind of just tells them like, you didn't have to come this far. I was gonna be fine. I appreciate it.
It's my duty.
Okay.
Roll an insight check, Garnet, with advantage because chat played the light of the moon.
Okay.
2 dirty 20s.
Ah,
That voice is, 1, awfully young to be a Phoenix Knight, and 2, sounds familiar through the helmet.
this little bitch.
As he's like, oh, it's my dude. She had her back turned and like turns around.
Aren't you a little short to be a Phoenix Knight?
What's your name again?
Hold on, checking ideals and bonds and such.
Is he a liar?
Tevom sheepishly lifts the visor.
What are you doing here?
My job.
No, you're supposed to be with my mom.
Is someone back there?
1 minute. What are you doing?
One.
I'm keeping you safe. This is an important mission.
Kind of on a time crunch here.
Hurry up.
It's fine.
Does a little jog forward.
The air here is even hotter than before, Garnet. And Sig is going to come along, even though they're clearly not happy about it. There's one last staircase, and as you get closer, it gets brighter and brighter and hotter until the air itself sort of ripples with heat waves.
The elemental wellspring is down there. And some big bands. So let's try not to die.
Maybe, think we should go down to make sure things don't go wrong, or we just wait up here so that they don't see us while Una goes down?
Yeah, Una should go alone, right? I can't remember, gnomes. Do I see through their eyes or only communicate for us?
You can, I think within a certain range, you can have Una vision.
Well, I can see through their eyes. If Mason or Athalor, you guys can direct me. I can tell them where to go.
Within 100 feet. So you're going to need to go partially down the stairs and sort of be like halfway down. So you'll sort of be between levels, but a lot of you can do that if required.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up and tap Una on their head again and cast Long Strider to increase their speed by 10.
You have given Luna the zoomies. Una will look at you holding the quill, turn invisible, and barring any objections, Garnet, head on down.
I create a telepathic bond with Una to instruct it on the energy draw.
And this is what you see.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You can tell Una is uncomfortable with the incredible searing heat. 2 creatures covered almost head to toe in spiked and barbed chains hold, lashed with chains between them, a titanic figure. Its skin barely solidified obsidian. A humanoid torso rises from a long arthropod body made of overlapping plates of obsidian. Its face is twisted into a grimace of rage. 4 arms ending in oversized fists jut from the torso. Its form radiates a glowing red heat as a fire rages within it. Also, there's a gigantic flaming portal to the underworld.
I feel like
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
okay, Una just needs to get the quill close enough to start drawing energy from a portal.
Will the energy start to drain itself, or does Una have to do something special to drain it?
It's almost empty, so it's probably hungry?
We can't just use a bottle to scoop this up or something?
I mean, if you want to go scoop it.
No, I mean, Una could use just a bottle, right?
I think it would be turned to ash.
Oh. Okay, if the quill can do it easily.
I mean, if you have a bottle that can withstand that heat, then that would probably also make a fantastic grenade.
True. Maybe just, dip in the quill a little bit and maybe that'll be enough. Hopefully.
Okay.
Go get him, Una. Don't actually get them.
Roll a stealth check with advantage for Una.
Oh shit. Where is that character? Not used this character in a while. Okay. Stealth with advantage. Ooh. That's not great.
Oh, a lucky die, perhaps?
The group, are we okay with
Yeah,
one?
use one of them.
Oh yeah. Use 2, use 3, use them all. Oh.
So the lucky die only gives you one additional roll.
Oh.
How about
That means
any
you take the
separation?
7. And you have the 1d8 inspiration
We got a
die that you
D8.
can spend on this.
Yep,
What
take
about
it.
my inspiration? Can we use my inspiration for a stealth?
No, inspiration just
Aw, damn.
like you already have advantage.
Gotcha.
15.
Okay.
A 15. I'm pretty sure I'm relatively confident you're out of options here, right? Like you don't have anything else.
I was
To
about to
boost
say,
it?
no, that was Alex, damn.
I have it, but I didn't cast it before we went.
You also have to be within 30, like it's a 30-foot aura around you for it to work. Okay, what does Una do?
I don't know. You tell me. What is it supposed to do?
Una flies with great rapidity towards the very edge of the fiery abyss. Una's immune to fire, and it's a damn good thing, too.
Oh, okay, good. And poison. Yay.
As Una slinks forward with the quill and sort of like starts poking it towards the flames licking up from the side of this elemental gate, the ground shakes. The thing between the two of them turns in Una's direction and bellows an enormous, infuriated elemental roar. Would Una stay or would Una go? Una just started dipping the quill.
Uh-oh.
I guess me and Athalor would know, so we're just like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we tell it to do?
Mason, can you create an illusion? A distraction on the other side?
An illusion? Not so much, no.
Okay. I'm gonna create a minor illusion of... Ooh. What I remember of Designer 8's voice behind him over here.
Okay, and what are you going to say?
You blasted infernal beast! Get back to work!
The thing roars again, and the chain devils shift within their confines, looking around. Garnet, roll an insight check with advantage, please.
For me?
Yeah, because you're looking through Una's eyes. An 18. Okay. So the two chain devils paused for a moment and then acted puzzled, as if they expected something that didn't happen.
Just tell Una to hurry up and go.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check or dexterity check for Una.
Sleight of hand or dexterity?
Una just drops the quill.
Oh no!
Whoopsie.
A 16. Okay, Una carefully places the tip of the quill into the edge, and red hot light immediately flows up the spine and into the feathers. Athalor, when you have the quill, you can tell exactly how much power is absorbed. But you don't have the quill right now.
Could I use an Arcana check to tell Una when to stop?
It will be with disadvantage because you're perceiving it indirectly rather than like resonating immediately with you, but I will allow you to do that. Okay, you think you'll be able to call that. And at that moment, you hear a voice speaking infernal from underneath the veil of chains.
You received orders reassigning you from this location, mortal. What might you be doing back here?
Who's that for? What? I guess looks at the party. Did you guys hear that?
I cast
we-
the minor illusion in the same place for Desider's voice. I may have been reassigned, but this is still my invention, my kingdom. And we are under attack. I will not see your incompetence leave this city ruined.
Hmm.
I give a performance roll.
Yeah, you can do a performance roll. A 14. Matched by one of the chain devils, 14. Are you content with that result?
I'll burn an inspo. Why not?
All right,
Got
go ahead and
zero
roll.
inspiration to work with.
Roll again.
It gets
11.
worse.
Oh.
Wait, I've got my drama class die from acting.
Okay, just barely a 16.
Do not forget that we serve at the Machine Prince's pleasure, not yours, mortal.
And then the sound of anguish as they take out their frustration on the thing bound between the two of them. And the ground itself shakes. Una, please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dex.
13.
Is there anything magical? Because they would have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Nope, it's just the big elemental shaking the ground with its mass.
Does that affect a flying creature?
Una has to get close enough to touch the fire. Yeah. Otherwise, it wouldn't have any effect whatsoever. How do we feel about that 13?
You guys want to use another luck die? We got two
I'm
left.
down. This is
Hit him with the
yeah.
luck die.
Anyone else want to roll? Because I suck at this.
Are the saving throws equally unproficient?
Yeah, I don't think Una has any saving throw proficiencies. Okay.
I mean, they're still invisible, so they should be fine. I think it can also outrun all of them because of Longstrider.
As the earthquake shakes the ground and all of you feel it, the entire staircase trembles. Were it not built and magically reinforced so well, perhaps this passage itself would collapse. Una slips and loses their footing. Holding on to the quill for dear life and dropping into the elemental wellspring.
Does it have like an action as this happens?
This was not on Una's turn. Una can go ahead and take an additional action now.
I think it should probably turn into a raven or bird, whatever, and with the quill just fuck off as fast as possible.
Okay. So, here's the thing. Una is immune to fire. And the quill can hold magical energy. So the quill should be fine too, right? Except that getting dunked directly into the will spring, that involves absorbing a lot of energy.
Don't love where your ass all going.
So as Una flies back, the quill is glowing brighter and brighter in their talons. And even though Una is invisible, the light is starting to spread.
Oh, I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
If you'll allow since familiars can I can transfer my magic to familiars through touch spells. Could
Mhm.
I then absorb like
You
magic?
can certainly try. What do you have in mind? This is unmitigated fire energy. And it's a decent amount over what the quill is supposed to hold. And
So
it
am I
needs-
expecting fire damage? Like is this fire damage?
So the power of the quill is that you can use it. One of the things you can do with it is cast spells with it. Use the energy inside of it in order to cast spells. But it's like the Book of Dawn, except on a much smaller scale. But it's only supposed to hold so much. So there's a lot of fire energy in there, and it needs to burn off. If you absorb it, you are not designed to just sort of absorb this energy and hold it. The simplest thing to do would be to immediately cast a spell, but that spell has to be powerful enough to get rid of all that energy in a single burst. And if you're converting fire energy into like shadow or void, that doesn't work so well. Those two are not super aligned. So you can absolutely accept the excess energy, but if you don't have a way to immediately burn it off, you're probably taking some fire damage.
Mason will cast Dragon's Breath on Garnet to be able to expel it in literal fire.
Wait, you're
Hopefully
breathing
help.
fire on me?
No,
Wait.
touch Garnet so you will have Dragon's Breath, so you'll be able to expel it.
What level is Dragon's Breath?
A second level spell.
And are you casting it at second level?
I mean, we could do
Upcast,
what even
upcast.
does that? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it will increase the damage, which I guess will translate to like you expel more power, or more energy. So yeah, we'll cast at third level
Okay.
onto Garnet.
Does that seem like enough? I
So
have like ultimate backup plan, but I'd rather not do
Mantra
that.
very quickly casts this spell from his own reserves of power on you. Just as this surge of burning hot fire courses through your veins, you have an immediate, very strong need to exhale this stuff. How much damage does a level 3 Dragon's Breath do?
Let's roll it and see. That'd be 4d6.
Okay.
It rolled.
All right. Garnet, this will work. You just need to immediately exhale. And there's a lot of places you can exhale right now that won't be on top of your friends.
Okay.
Into the corner. Into the corner.
Just just runs over.
Do it like the puke and the tactical chum.
I'll hold your hair back.
Hold my hair. What a friend.
What a homie.
Now, perhaps your only saving grace here is that it's extremely loud down here. But there is absolutely a chance that the Chain Devils guarding heard this. So I am giving them perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Okay. How long does this spell last normally when you concentrate on it?
Up to 1 minute.
Okay. You don't even have to concentrate on it. The energy has become self-sustaining just because of the power in the quill.
Oh.
Athalor, When Una returns with the quill that is no longer threatening to burn their talons off, and you get your hands on it, you can tell after burning off that excess energy, it is at maximum capacity.
Ooh, that's 20, right?
Yes.
Okay. We should get out of here as quickly as possible. Good job.
Yeah, that went perfectly fine. Nothing went wrong. Let's go.
Just like exhausted, like kind of stands up.
For the next minute, you can use an action to breathe fire, Garnet.
Pog.
Do not argue with her.
Please roll perception checks.
Oh my god, bro! I'm refreshing.
Dude, it is. It's not a lemon day.
Yeah.
It's not an anybody day.
The eyes, they hurt us.
Hold on. There's somebody who might be able to help.
Can see.
Ooh.
Your faithful Phoenix Knight holds out a hand as you're about to make your retreat. Does anyone else hear chains rattling?
No?
Scrape, clean. And after a moment's pause, now that you're actually aware of the possible threat, nope, none of you hear it.
None of you see this coming. Is Una
Are
back
you
with
sure?
us yet?
Yeah, Una's back with you, and you can go ahead and head back upstairs if you'd like. All right, let me go ahead and spirit you away. The quill is now fully charged. Mission complete.
Alright.
Let's turn up this. Let's turn up the power and get out of here as soon as possible.
Okay. Can I
Fine,
see the
Joseph.
quill? When we go past the circles, I guess I can activate them now?
Absolutely. Athalor kind of like floats it over his shoulder because he's pretty good at controlling it remotely by now and just kind of leaves it in the air for Mason to pick up.
Just hanging there. I like it.
Alright. Grabs it. Feels all the elemental wellspring energy within it. Alright.
What level spell
something with
is
this.
the effect that you're creating in each of these places? Your mental focus circle. What level spell is it?
Oh, it's first level. Circle of mental blessings.
Okay.
One shot. It's supposed to only last for 30 seconds normally and only have
Mhm.
one, but all the things that we've done, hopefully. Do I
Right.
have a sense of like how long they'll last for?
Well, let's do some quick maths here. If you burn a spell slot to infuse it, then that's going to add some more power to it. And what metamagic options do you have again?
Have quickened and subtle.
Okay. I think extended spells only like 1 point, 1 sorcery point.
Mm-hmm.
Extended
And-
spell.
The one we made in here, at least, we
Mhm.
cashed in 5 energy points for, which would be equivalent of a 3rd level spell.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just go in and start tracing the runes over it, this should last you a few minutes at least.
Okay, and basically, like, I guess the goal is enough time for when we're actually bouncing around from point to point to
Mhm.
point. Like, they can expire after we're done with, I guess, like, messing with it and aligning it. Well, I guess we might need to align it multiple times if we're doing multiple targets, so...
It's possible.
With the use... Oh, okay, so I would want to, like, use more energy for the, like... I don't remember the machine or, like, the control thing's name, but the one that, like, will aim at different things. So, like, to power it up would only need to be a little bit.
Yeah, we don't need to
Um,
put a huge amount into this one.
Yeah. Okay.
This is kind of a set and forget. Unless
Garnet, are
want
you following
to
behind them?
explode.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Law comes over to the console and is going to do his best to try and get it accumulating energy at a regular pace.
So we'll
Okay.
activate this one first with some of the quill magic. This is
That-
the one that this is the one that we can just do a little bit of and then draw.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
All right. Athalor and Garnet, if you're looking over this, go ahead and make Arcana checks.
Me?
If you want to take a look at this, you don't have to.
And +5 to those as well.
All right. So, Garnet,
33 guess.
you got a 33 on this, and Athalor got a 16. The dial essentially goes from 1 to 100, and Garnet, you've determined that that is the rate at which it will accumulate over the course of 60 seconds. So that's the per minute accumulation rate. It's currently, there are 300 points of energy in reserve. It can only safely go up to 1200. It can go above that, but after 60 seconds over 1200, it's going to dump all the energy into the reservoir and shut down. So, between the two of you, what rate do you want to send it? Keep in mind you're going to have travel time between floors, etc.
Okay. There's 300 stored. We need to hit at least 700. So, if it's at 100, we have 4 minutes before it's ready to fire, and we'd have 9 minutes before it needs to be fired, which I think should be enough time. 9 minutes to fire once. Do you think we can make it, Mason?
Without the sun.
Probably.
Just firing once?
No, we just need to fire it once. Otherwise, it will overload and explode. But we can fire it as many times as we want after that. It's just 9 minutes until if we don't fire, it explodes if we set it to 100.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Crank it up to 100.
Muted.
+1 XP, and the countdown starts now.
Okay, I dash to close the doors to enclose this place.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move. Quickly.
All right, everyone's moving. You can go ahead and just start moving and dashing and such along the way.
Cool.
And do your best to keep track of rounds as well as you can.
Oh.
We don't have to go round by round, but I do need to know like how long it's going to take you to get from one side of this building to the other.
Movement. So 1 round.
80. 2 rounds.
2 rounds. 3 rounds.
Bonus action to turn up the heat once people are clear.
I don't know where to go from here.
Garnet's like,
I gotta go over there.
Yeah.
Get my character there so I can see what the fuck's going on. Oh yeah, do I go top left or right?
Yeah, top left, top left.
Oh, okay, that's probably 4 rounds then.
Yeah. Steam turns on. And 5th round, dash through to the left.
so we're going to say 5 rounds to get from one side of this building to the other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just going to add that. So now we know.
Cool.
That's +50 to the energy levels. We are at 350. Probably, if your math holds out. There's no... all right. 10 flights of stairs. How long to go up? Well, how many feet is a flight of stairs? 13 to 16 steps. Okay, so it's about 11 feet. So it's 15. How long to go up 15 flights of stairs? One step a second. 15 steps to a floor. So basically, we divide 150 by 6, and it takes 2.5 minutes to go up and down the stairs. up or down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you can try to go faster, but if you do, I'm going to start calling for Constitution saving throws to avoid getting winded. Are you going to hustle or just move normally?
I've got long strider, so I'm just moving normally.
All right.
I have low con, probably tired, but I'll just go at the pace everyone else is, or try to.
I guess Mesa would hustle to try to keep up with the long stridered Athalor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Athalor, is it 5 rounds for you?
It's
Long striding?
like 4.5 for me.
Okay. I've added 2.5 minutes here. And in that 2.5 minutes, another 250. Yeah, 250.
Mason, next circle, next room.
Yep. Let's go.
And keep on tracking time for me, please.
Shit.
One and a half rounds. Remind Legday what this one does? This is too complicated for a caster's brain.
This
It's
is
the venting one.
the condenser cell.
Yes.
3 or 4, I guess.
3 or 4 rounds, you said?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to write that down. Now, here's an odd thing. This chamber, which has this huge crystal that alchemical catalyst fluid is supposed to flow into, and it's got the one button that opens the connection from below to above, and another button that opens the connection from here to above. The energy level is at 500, and it has stopped climbing.
I tapped the gauge.
Dun, dun, dun.
Something
Nothing
wrong?
happens.
Something.
Can I Arcana check to tell
Yeah,
what
go ahead.
happened?
It must have been turned off or interrupted down below.
Oh no.
Oh, I just went up all those stairs. I can send Una down, but I won't
Una
be able to
Una can
communicate.
move the quickest. And it seems like we're not on a time limit right now, so
Univision only goes out to 100 feet. The next floor is 150 feet below.
You got a telepathic bond left?
Telepathic bond will reach. You just won't be able to actually see through Una's eyes. So you'll be able to communicate, but you won't be able to go into Univision.
Okay.
let's do that.
Make it go into.
And Una
This
can just fly
raven-
down the hole too,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
This-
Una can fly down the hole.
which is
Yeah.
significantly faster.
Oh, and Una doesn't have to turn off the steam either.
Because of fire immunity. Okay, Una. Let's see. Una flies over. And I'm just going to move these folks over here and over here. It works their way down through the tunnels. Through the steam now that the whole area has been activated.
While we're doing this, we can assume that Mason's working on the circle.
Yes. Una is looking around and reports that the dial that was set to 100 is set to 0.
Is someone around?
Roll a perception check for Una.
Is that wisdom?
Mm-hmm. An 11. And roll a stealth check for Una, please. Wow. Una doesn't sense or hear or smell anyone nearby.
Knock it back up to 100 and hide.
All right. Una flies over and turns it back up. And where will Una hide? You can't directly control Una, but you can give... well, you just told Una to hide. So Una will hide here, around the corner. A moment later, you hear a door open. And the heavy sound of feet rustling, wrapped in chains, as the chain devil creeps out from behind the open door up to the console, looks at it, and begins looking around, hunting for whatever invisible little meddling pest just did that. And we'll get back to our exciting world of automotive repair when we come back from a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Oof.